All right, welcome back, everybody. Almost 20 minutes past 6 here on this Thursday morning. The question of the day, what is your reaction to National Treasury's decision to end the emergency procurement process for personal protective equipment, or PPE, and go back to open tender processes in awarding contracts for COVID-19 related goods and services? All right, so that's our question. You can write to us at Morning Live, SABC. We'd love to hear from you.
Let's take a quick look at some of the stories we'll be tracking today. Health Minister Dr. William Kize is expected to conduct a two-day oversight visit to KwaZulu-Natal. This ahead of the province being expected to reach its COVID-19 peak in the coming weeks.
The Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture is expected to hear evidence relating to allegations of corruption in the Free State Provincial Government. Former head and the province's Human Settlements Department, Wiseman Zulu, is testifying today.
And then the case involving British American Tobacco South Africa's challenge to the tobacco sales ban by government continues in the High Court in Cape Town today. The company is arguing that government has infringed on its rights and the rights of consumers, farmers and others in the value chain of the tobacco industry by implementing the ban on tobacco.
And then, of course, let's look at your numbers. And the cumulative number now standing at 529,877 of coronavirus cases. The death toll is now at 9,298. A total number of 377,266 people have recovered, and active cases are now at 143,313.
And then provincial breakdown, Gauteng now standing at 185,282 positive cases of COVID-19. The Western Cape, 98,031. Eastern Cape, 80,400. KwaZulu-Natal has recorded 87,798 positive cases. Northwest Province, 20,686. The Free State, 25,232. Mpumalanga's at 17,135. Limpopo, 9,625. And the Northern Cape, 5,638 confirmed cases. The total number of tests conducted, 3,113,191. Recoveries, 377,266. And the overall death toll, 9,298, and active cases, 143,313.
All right, here's your past 7 days now, and the recovery rate we'll begin with. I'll just give you the Thursday figure from recovery. It was sitting at 309,601. That was last week, Thursday. And today, the figures that we got last night, 377,266. So we've moved up quite substantially there. In terms of the death rate, that's also a big jump. But I think a lot of provinces have been reporting deaths, not necessarily those in a 24-hour period. It was a bit of a backlog of them. So there is an expectation that that number is going to move up even higher. So it's now sitting at 9,298. Last week it was at 7,812. And then the new case reporting, as always, we're seeing, the numbers for some reason on a Monday and Tuesday seem to be a lot lower than every other day of the week. But I think it's all got to do with the new way of testing. We're sort of now testing, not opposed to mass testing. It's now screening in more into those that actually need it. And look, we can read a lot into these numbers, but they're still high. 8,559 new infections were reported yesterday. All right, global 18.7 million is where we're at this point in time. Recovery is 11.3 million, and the death toll is fast approaching the million mark. It's at 705,000. The United States still not winning the battle here. 4.9 million, almost 5 million confirmed cases, a 51,000 increase yesterday. The death toll is at 160,000. Brazil also 51,000. India 52,000. These are new infections. And so those are the countries that really have got those big soaring numbers. But South Africa still staying in the top 5.
All right, first First up on our trending topics list, hashtag Lights SA Red. And this one, Leanne, something that took place yesterday, of course, speaking to the plight of the hospitality industry as a whole, and basically just bringing attention to that, lighting up buildings. I don't know if we have some of the pictures of what took place last night.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but unfortunately, I mean, because it looked quite powerful from what I was seeing. I mean, there was just, you know, most of the stadiums around South Africa were lit up. Table Mountain was lit up, some very iconic buildings, and all of this really just highlighting the plight of the industry that has been so severely damaged. And I know many industries have been damaged by our lockdown, but you know, if you come to think about this particular industry, whether it be eventing, technical side, camera people, the freelancers, anybody in the arts industry, musicians, dancers, the crew behind the scenes, the actual venues. I mean, the amount of people that have not earned a salary in 5 months is devastating. And of course, when you look at the Department of Arts and Culture, they were the ones that were tasked with looking after this industry. And I think the fund was about 150 million. And that also went to the sports industry. So, you know, it was a very little amount of money to be shared across. And some of these people are in the most desperate position. And yeah, last night was as testimony and a shout out to them.
Right, next up, hashtag Cuban Doctors. And this, of course, people just wondering what has happened to the Cuban doctors who came into South Africa amid much fanfare. And so questions around that, but also around different protocols, as the public would believe, being applied to other officials from the World Health Organization coming into the country. And I think basically people wanted to see a little bit more, hear a little bit more. And when that wasn't happening, they started comparing the two, and then the question arose, what happened to the Cuban doctors?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we saw that WHO, that team arriving yesterday, and there's a total of 43 that are set to be coming, and yeah, they arrived yesterday, a few of them for the first time. So, all right, last one, Bring Back Jerusalem. As we all know, this song is taken over the world, and everybody dancing to Master KG's Jerusalem. And now, apparently, you can't get the video online. It's everybody who's trying to play it, it pops up a message saying, you know, technical errors, and we'll get back to you. But then I don't know if it's a technical error or if it's in fact got to do with a rights issue, because it looks like it was bought by Warner Music Group's Electra France, signing an exclusive deal for South African artist Master KG's latest album. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but people are not happy.
Yeah. We don't know, but the man himself, Master KG, he released a tweet, says, sorry guys, there's some technical issue regarding Jerusalem video on YouTube. It will be back ASAP.
Okay, well,
so I guess we'll have to take his word on it.
Let's take his word.
But South Africa's up in arms.
They are up in arms, and they wanted it to reach 100 million views.
100 million views. That's what they're gunning for at the moment.
Yeah.
And now there's all sorts of things, other hashtags going on, dance challenges and the like. I don't know. I'll enter you and Azwi for that.
I know you're coming to play too. You're coming to dance too.
I'm not taking.
Let's take a break. We'll see you after this with headlines.